But we are not satisfied. This graph lines looks so thin and the background grid looks so dark. I think we need to do something about this, right? First, let's learn how to control the graph line's color because you didn't choose these colors, they just came about. What if you don't like them? What do? You got to change that. Okay, to make it easier to see, I will use only three of them, not four. You can add more later. You will easily see how they correspond. So I will show you how to control this graph. Okay, let me shift enter first so that now you see only three. Do I see four? I should see three. Oh, it's three. Okay, how do you control this? The graph, the thickness and color, you do by using plot style arrow. Now, here's the key. As usual, we'll use curly bracket, but you will have three in there because one for each function you're plotting. That's why I reduced to three. I used to have four. So I will have to one of them, comma, second one, comma, third one. All right. So we are ready to do it. But what do we put in here? Well, when you put in here, first one is the color, and then the second one is the thickness. So first one, I will say blue, red, green. I didn't specify the thickness yet, but let's see if it responds. Notice that all this turned to black letter. That means it understands these colors. There we go. Okay, as advertised, we got red. I'm a blue first, red one, and then green one. That's very nice. So all we have to do is control the thickness now, right? How do you control the thickness? The command is thickness. Then you got to use bracket, not curly bracket, open and close the square brackets here, and then you type in the thickness of the line. This one is trial and error. You got to see what works for you. But let's try with a 0.003. Okay. So I will use this thickness for everybody, all three lines. Of course, they don't have to be the same. You could control it yourself individually for each graph. All right, let's do shift enter. Okay, that's not thick enough. So I think I will go for broke and make it 10 times. See what happens. Whoa, too thick. So what's this? And it was too thin, so I will just double it then, right? 6, 6. Okay, is that thick enough? Well, you get to decide. You can tweak it to your heart's content. And you can actually change each one. For example, I can make the blue one very thick or slightly thicker, say 9 here. Blue got slightly thicker, and I can make the red become thinner like that. And I can make the green be practically a thin line like that. You can see. So blue is the thickest, right? You can, of course, go gonzo about it and make it really thick like that. So all these are possible. Now you can tweak it, the graphs, the thickness, and color. The blue, red, green, and those things, it doesn't have to be just the known color. You can actually change to the RGB value. RGB color, I meant. There we go. And then inside here, you got to open curly square bracket, close bracket, and here you specify the color you want. You can specify how much red you want, how much blue you want, how much gray you want. The numbers go from 0 through 1. Let me show you how the RGB color works here. If you go there, then you will see this is number that goes from 0 through 1. So if you have a R red 1, no blue, no green, RGB, R is 1, G is 0, B is 0, then becomes a pure red. That's why you have this. And here you have a ball that is made of, a sphere that is made of 0 red and 1 G, so that'd be green, so it's kind of greenish. And it's got I believe this is opacity. So this is the 0 blue, but has some opacity to it. So that's why it looks semi-transparent and you can practically see through. You can see the axis showing on the other side. So we are going to choose the color here. As you can see, it is made of 3 colors, and I should not have used this. Good thing I looked up. Okay, so what kind of color you want? I think I want a dull gray. So it would have a half of red, half of green, and half of blue. Whenever these 3 numbers are the same, you get gray color. If numbers are close to 1, you get white. If the numbers are close to 0, then you get black. If it's in the middle, this is smack in the middle, gray. Because a gray is a color that has equal amount of red, green, and blue. Let's take a look. Here we got this glorious, exciting gray here. So now you can see, you have complete control over what color you want to have, and complete control over thickness of each graph.